Hi everyone, I'm going to do a debt clearing video for you today. If you are in debt and you're getting really stressed about it, hopefully this will give you some relief. I was never really good with numbers. I was never really good with how to work out money stuff. So this is for those of you that are not that way inclined. This is very basic, simple, clear steps to go from being in debt to getting out of debt. Okay? Now, I'm going to share the 6 steps, but firstly, I just want to show you the little simple thing I did. You write your debts, debt 1, debt 2, debt 3, debt 4, debt 5, write however many you have, and write who they're to. So debt 1, credit card, Visa, or whatever. And write the amounts from small to big all the way across, okay? Now, the clarity is really important. When you're in debt, you kind of don't want to know because you think it's, oh, if I don't know about it exactly, then I won't freak out. You have to get clear because it's your lack of clarity that keeps you going into debt. So do this first, okay? The aim is to pay the smallest debt first so that you only end up with then 4 debts. So it is really great to start to clear the columns, okay? Now, I'll talk about that a bit more in a minute. So, Carla, you asked this question, how can I clear my debt and get to fully paid travel? So this video has been motivated by your question, okay? Number 1, clarity, be sure of the facts. Be sure of what you owe, who you owe it to, write it down, and then write down the very bottom, like say down here, you will write the minimum monthly payment, okay? Just so you can see what you're up for. And if you're like me, all the minimum payments were more than what money I had coming in, okay, at that time. So don't worry, that's all right. We'll talk about that in a minute. Number 2, make a decision. I'm not going to go into any debt at all, a day at a time, like they do with Alcoholics Anonymous. There's a whole program called Debtors Anonymous. If you're struggling with debt, highly suggest you go and get that weekly support. I went there for some years and it helped me tremendously, going to 1 meeting a week for free with other people that were in debt. Now, so you make that decision to yourself. I will not go into debt a day at a time. The only thing I'm going to go into debt for, I made a decision it would only be for property. I even made a decision not even for business. Okay, it depends on obviously if you're starting a business, what kind of things you would perhaps go into debt for. That's a whole other area. But I think property and business would be, for me, because of having had debt in the past, that's a deal breaker for me, between me and me. Okay, so it's sticking to what you say to yourself. Okay, now you can also cancel your cards or freeze them. Put them in a plastic container, fill them with water, stick them in the freezer. And you keep them there until you have got a grip. Okay, so only use debit cards or cash. And you do that until you get comfortable with yourself, that you trust yourself financially. Number 3, pay off the smallest debt first, which I was talking about before. And if you can, try and consolidate as best you can. I know when I was, say I had, 8 debts, I can't remember exactly how many, but I tried to call the bank and consolidate, but they would never give me enough to consolidate everything. But you know what? I can see now when I look back, even if they consolidated 3, it made it a bit easier because then I had 1 debt instead of 3, and then I had 4 debts that were still separate. So I would just keep trying to make the phone calls every 6 months. Can you consolidate? I want to reduce my payment so I could stop feeling suffocated. Okay? So try and consolidate where you can. If you need help, ask a friend that's good with money because sometimes making those phone calls really stresses you out. Okay? Now, the other thing is also, when you write your columns, look at which one has the highest interest. Okay? Pay off the smallest one first. The exception to that would be if the interest on one of them is really kicking your backside and it's stressing you out, ring them up and again, call them and say, hey, if you want to get your money, can you either reduce or remove the interest? Otherwise, you're not going to get any money from me. So just kind of, have a conversation and be firm with them, because it can be the interest that really crushes you. Okay? Number 4, cut expenses or increase or boost your income. Now, cutting your expenses, it can be looking at where you perhaps go, you know what, I'm so sick of being in debt, I just have to have a massage every 2 weeks, things like that. And I'm not saying not to do anything for yourself, but if you're blowing out because you go, screw this, I'm so sick of it, I need money for me, maybe look at that. It's not about never getting anything, but I would do things for free to get yourself over the hump, okay? And what I do for free, go swimming, float in the ocean, go to, perhaps if you go to the gym and you're already paying a membership, use the spa and sauna there. You're already paying for it. Really look at what is it that I really, really need, and go for your needs first. Then once you've paid off your debt, you can go for your wants a bit more, okay? Now, another thing which was really good, sell stuff. I mean, I had homewares, I had clothes, I had a coin collection, I had, some 70s and 60s stuff, which are vintage collectors. I just thought, you know what? I'm suffocating from my debt. I'd rather get rid of some stuff. Obviously, I kept the stuff that was really important to me, but some stuff I thought, you know what? I'd rather have $100 or £100 or €100 for this, and put that 100 towards my debt. That would make me a little exhale. So think of it that way. There are wonderful sites. eBay, over here in Europe, UK, Vinted, oh my goodness, sell off your clothes. I mean, sneakers, candles, beauty products that are not expired, obviously. All this stuff, makeup, people purchase it. Baseball caps, certain t-shirts, hoodies. It can be tech equipment, all sorts of things you got laying around. Clean up your area, okay? Now, there's also Gumtree, Craigslist. In every country, there will be different secondhand sites. Plug into the ones in your country. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, how many of you have got subscriptions that really you don't need? Okay, get rid of the subscriptions temporarily. We don't need to keep throwing $10 or £10 at this, at that. Look at your entertainment subscriptions. It might be, subscriptions to shopping centers, retail stores. It could be a subscription to music. Just see if you can. And I'm not saying you do this forever, okay? It's not to deprive yourself, it's to clean things up. So then when you go back to it, you can afford it and you really enjoy being able to afford it. Okay? Also, processed food, eating out, takeaways, it's all really expensive. Cook for yourself, plan more, as in Sunday night, what am I going to cook for this week? Batch cook, freeze. I mean, I do that not because I need to, as in financially. I do it because it's good for my health. So you can kind of I'm not going to use that expression. You can kind of do 2 things at once. Okay? Yeah, I don't like that expression, and you know where I was going. It's not a very nice one. So do overtime, and see if you can get a bit of a side thing going. You might walk dogs for 2 hours on the weekend and get paid for that. Then you put that money towards your debt. You might help someone with some tech stuff. You might go on a site like Freelancer or Fiverr where you're using your online skills. Plug in somewhere just for a little while. Give up an hour or 2 a week and just boost your income by a little bit. And then that little bit will pay off your debt, and then you'll start to exhale and you'll feel more free and you feel better. Okay? Number 6, track your progress. Don't bury your head in the sand. Okay? Celebrate each debt fully paid. Go out and have a piece of cake. Go out and watch your favorite movie out at the movie theater that's just come out. Do some free fun stuff with friends. Go hiking. Go, to a free concert. Go to a meetup group, walking class, biking class, book club, whatever, and go and celebrate doing something that you enjoy because you've paid off one debt. Okay, there has to be this bit of reward. Otherwise, it's like, oh my God, how long is this going to take? Now, little bonus one, number 7, PYF, pay yourself first. Whenever you get paid, the first thing you do is you go, I'm going to take $10, 10 euro, 10 pounds, and put that into a savings account. When you start saving, it attracts more money because you're not just paying everyone else first. You're looking at what am I going to give to me? And then if it's $20, $10 a week or $20 a month, it doesn't have to be a huge amount. Compound money then more attracts more money. So you've got to make the effort to just pay yourself first and don't touch it. It doesn't exist. Do small amounts, because some people always ask me, well, how can you save when you are in debt? Well, it's not about the huge amount. It's the energetic effort that you make to do so. And when you do so, it's like it attracts more money because you're doing something different. You can't do the same thing over and over and get a different result. So you got to curb your bad habits. You got to increase your good habits, and you have to radiate love to money, and then money will radiate love to you. I have got, let's see, there's a whole money meditation playlist, ones that I created for my Law of Attraction friend of 30 years. Her and I, she was born in a refugee camp. I grew up with not much money in Canada. My dad was, we were on welfare. We were always struggling with money. We always felt poor. I always felt other kids had more money than me. We would shop at secondhand shops and I was ashamed and embarrassed. It's not cool. It wasn't cool then like it is now. I remember, my mum reminds me of this. We had an old Volvo, a burgundy Volvo, and she'd be driving and I knew we were going to the secondhand shop. So I would sit in the back seat, like right down like this, so that no one in the town that I knew would see me going into Goodwill. Mum goes, remember when you used to do that? It's like, Mum, I'm 58 now. Can you stop bringing that up? And secondhand shopping in London, like in Sydney, so cool now because there's so many wonderful vintage shops and you get the old clothing, but good quality. So you can also be really, let's say, make the selling things and buying things more interesting for yourself. Instead of buying things new, look at buying things secondhand. And it's not that you have to, but it's like, well, hang on, I can get quite a few more things if I do so, whether it's on Vinted or the secondhand store up the road. Depending on your country and their views on secondhand things, you can get things for a quarter to half the price. So it's not just paying off the debt, it's being smarter with what you buy. Okay? So now, thank you, Carla, for your wonderful, wonderful question. I love, love, love that you've asked this question. So in regards to the travel, sorry, I have a little thing stuck here. The travel, what I did was I kept visualizing I have fully paid trips. And I'd imagine myself on the beach in wherever, in France where my family is. Or I'd imagine myself on a cruise, or I'd imagine myself in business class. Things like that were so out of my realm of possibility. And I would get on YouTube and I would look up the travel tours, or I'd look up Singapore Airlines videos, business class, or I'd look up, my amazing holiday to the Caribbean, and I'd pick an island, and I would just get lost in all these YouTube videos about travel. And you get excited and you think, okay, I'm paying off my debt. I'm going to do this. I'm going to reward myself with a trip. And that way paying off your debt becomes, you motivate yourself. So the visualizing, the travel meditations, listening to other people's travel stories. There's a whole playlist of people that manifested travel on this channel. I will put that down in the description for you and up here next to my head at the end of the video. There is also some travel success stories, and there are some wonderful money ones as well. Paying off debt, meditations to pay off debt, meditations to create more money. Now, one more thing before I go. No, two more things. You have to have good affirmations and thoughts about money. I work half the hours for twice the pay. I love that I have no more debt. Now, that sounds like a negative in a way, but when you're in debt, it's a stepping stone. I love that I buy everything and pay for it with cash or my debit card. Money comes in faster than I can spend it. It's crazy how much money comes to me. You've got to start thinking these thoughts, and you've got to deactivate, I'm in debt, it's going to take me years, oh my God, what have I done? I'm an idiot. You know, all these thoughts that we have, and the inadequate thoughts about money. You got yourself into debt, which means you have it in you to get yourself out. Okay, so all the resources. Oh, there's also 30 days to more money. Carla, 30 days to more money. I don't know if you've done that. It's a little series of shorts I've done that will help you to keep thinking about money in a positive way. Okay, now, final thing. Wow, the members on this channel has sprouted again. Gray, welcome to you. I wanted to give you a little shout out. Ollie, welcome to you. KJ, welcome to you. Tanya, welcome to you. And AS14, I think I've mentioned you, but in case I haven't, I'm mentioning you again. Lots of love to the new members, and I will continue, as always, to do videos on the public channel. Whether you are a member or not, it doesn't matter. Okay? Lots of love, everyone. And I'm going to go and enjoy this balmy night. Whew, it's hot here in London today, which is so great. Woohoo! See you soon.